Hello students of Standard 9. Welcome to DAV Mobile Public School. I am your social science teacher Nitin Pushpatode. Students, today I will take the revision of People as a Resource part first. So let's start our today's online session. Human resources. Students, what about the human resources? Listen, working population of a country, the existing productive skills and abilities are known as the human resources. Okay, so that means they consider as a people as a resource. Students, population is an asset for the economy of a country. Students, what do you mean by the asset? Listen, asset means a useful or valuable thing or person. And liability, what about that? Listen, a liability is something a person or company owes, usually a sum of money. So students, asset and liability include in a human resources. They play a major role in the economy growth of a country. Students, the given picture depicts message about the human resources. Next point is classification of activities in various sectors. Okay, students, there are many activities. Activities which add values to the national economy. They are called the economic activities or market activities. Students, these activities are classified into three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. First, primary sector. Listen, students, all activities which harvest or extract natural products from the earth or natural resources are classified in this category. For example, students, agriculture, forestry, dairy farming, animal husbandry, fishery, poultry farming, mining, etc. These are the examples of primary sectors. These activities harvest or extract from the natural products, okay, from the earth or any other resources. So students, these are the primary sector activities. Okay, students, what about the secondary sector activities? Listen, all manufacturing processes and construction activities are included in the secondary sector. For example, students, sugarcane from the farm, that means this is the primary sector. Okay, sugarcane from farm just are transported towards the sugar industry for manufacturing the sugar. So it's called the secondary activity. That means students, using products from the primary sector for manufacturing of the finishing goods. Okay, these activities are included in the secondary sectors. So in such a way that students, all manufacturing processes and construction activities are included in the secondary sector. Then next, tertiary sector. Listen, students, all activities which support the primary and secondary sectors are classified in the tertiary sector. Listen, students, these include trade, transportation, communication, education, sales and services, health, tourism, banking, insurance, legal services. These are the tertiary sector activities. That means all services which are provided by the government and the other organizations are included in the tertiary sectors. Okay, so all activities which supported the primary and secondary sectors are classified in the tertiary sector activity. So students, these are the tertiary sectors activities. Okay, given picture depicts the message about the tertiary sector activities. Types of economic activities. Students, what are the economic activities? Listen, economic activities are classified into the two types. First, market activities. Students, market activities means those activities which provides opportunity to earn money. Okay, students, that means we can say that these activities are the productive activities. These activities involve the remuneration to the person who performs an activity for pay or profit. For example, production of goods and services, including government services. Students, through the market activities, people earn money. So that's why these are called the market activities or the productive non-market activities. Students, these activities are not paid as production of these activities. Students, these activities only for the self-consumption or self-use. For example, women doing domestic work, looking after children are the non-market activities, while men working in the fields. So students, these are the examples of non-market activities. These activities only for the self consumption and self use. Next point is quality population. Okay, students, what about the quality of population? Listen, education and health are the most important factors affecting the quality of population. Students, quality of population is the overall qualitative functioning of the population that signifies its social, economic, and cultural growth and output. Students, education opens new horizons, develops life values, and gives rise to new aspirations. It increases the national income as well as the cultural richness and efficiency of governance. Vocational education has been developed to provide skill-based education, which leads to ready employment. Students, education is the most important factor which play a major role to produce quality human resource. Okay, students, for provide the better education, government has taken many steps. First, students, government has taken many steps towards providing elementary education to all. Okay, students, so about that, some important steps are here. Listen, first, the primary school system has expanded. Government's initiative of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan aims at providing elementary education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. Okay, then midday meal scheme has been implemented to encourage attendance and retention of the school children and improve their nutritional status. Okay, so over the past 50 years, there has been a significant growth in the number of universities and institutions of higher learning in specialist areas. Students, again, for encouraging the education and other services, government started the 5-year plan. Okay, so definitely it endeavored to increase the enrollment in higher education and the other fields. So students, for for producing the quality human resource, government has taken the many steps. So behind that, education play a major role to develop population, to develop country, and to produce a quality human resource. Okay, students, another factor is health. Okay, health is the most important factor affecting quality of population. Students, proper healthcare helps a person to realize his potential and ability to fight illness. So the government's national policy on health aims at improving the access to healthcare, family welfare, and nutritional services. Students, during the last 50 years, India has built up a vast healthcare, manpower, and infrastructure. Students, what is the result about providing the proper health facilities to the people? Listen, first, expectancy has increased. Okay, then again, the infant mortality rate has come down. Then crude birth rate has dropped. So students, these are the results of better health facilities provided by the government. So students, this is the another most important factor affecting the quality of population. Okay, students, on the basis of today's revised portion, here are some questions. These questions are very important with respect to point of exam. So that's why you have to read the answers of these questions properly. Okay, students, I will take the revision of remaining portion in the next online session. So till then, thank you very much and have a nice day.